As we celebrate the exotic cars born in the USA, we've seen that when it comes to American supercars, the Ford GT definitely shines. But it will always live in the shadow of the Saleen S7. The body of the car is made entirely from carbon fiber and incorporates scoops, spoilers, and other aerodynamic features to create a split-channel airflow throughout the car. And when going 160 miles per hour, the car creates its own weight in downforce. The S7 can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and tops out at over 200 miles an hour. The first time I was behind the wheel of this car, I was speechless.
Because I've been focused.
So I'm gonna give the car a rest for now to get ready for a tour on a military-grade hovercraft. And let the man who designed both the Ford GT and the Saleen S7, the legend himself, Steve Saleen, fill us in on his creation back at Willow Springs Raceway.
Oh yeah!
Well, today we're testing our Saleen S7. The two cars that you see here today are owned by a company called Teco, which is owned by Wayne Grafton. And these two cars competed in the last 2 years over in the European Le Mans Series, where they won the championship last year, and the French GT championship as well. Right now we're setting up the cars differently so we can make a little faster progress on the shock, aerodynamic, and we're running the low-speed track today, which is more on mechanical grip and traction control and drivability.
One look at the mother supercar stats, and you can't deny that the S7 is one of the most capable supercars ever built. And for $500,000, you can have the car that put the super in supercars.
The thing I think that is somewhat unusual about the S7s is the fact that they are really almost identical to the street car, with the exception that the street car actually has more horsepower because we have to run restrictors on the race car to even out the competition.
The American-built S7 is manufactured by hand and in extremely small numbers. Steve's company, Saleen Inc., also has designed and/or built other supercars like the Ford Mustang S351 and the Ford GT.
I think that in our design that we did with my team, we really came up with the ultimate compromise between a racetrack or a race car and a street car that you could actually live and drive every day on the street. But yeah, when you took it to the racetrack, it had to beat all competition across the world. And I believe we really achieved that.
That S7 truly is breathless, and when it comes to the world of supercars, no one does them better than Steve Saleen. Just when you think the S7 is posting some horsepower numbers, you take a look at this Navy machine with over 16,000 horsepower.
These Fords might think they're supercars, but I gotta say the most incredible machine I have ever seen in my life is this LCAC hovercraft. How's it going? I'm Tanner.
How you doing, Mark? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, they've led us down here to the beach now. It's like a big Disneyland here at Camp Pendleton, but more serious, I suppose.
Absolutely.
What is happening here behind us? This is just you know, I've seen hovercrafts on TV, but this thing is absolutely massive in person.
What we have is an 89-foot landing craft air cushion. We have 4 main engines, 2 propellers. We can carry up to 70 tons of cargo, marine cargo. We have the capability of carrying up to 180 Marines in a personnel transport module that we will set up on the deck, or normally we'll carry up to 23 combat-loaded Marines in our cabin.
Wow. You know, I've always wanted to see one of these in person.
Well, now that you're here, would you like to take a ride?
You know, I'm not going to pass that up, actually. I would love to take a ride in one of these.
Well, let's go.
Don't go away. I'm about to take a spin in a hovercraft.
Hey, drifting, we call it donuts. In hovercraft, they call it a bird bath.
And a Porsche Carrera GT tries once again to crash our party. And just as I spun around, the car came blazing by on a head-on, and I saw $2 million shoot before my eyes in $20 bills.